Hey folks, Southpaw Gemini here. Welcome back to the couch. We're hopping back in with In Other Waters here. Again, a beautiful UI-based adventure indie game here that came out just last week. Last time we left off, we were just about to head here into the way station. We had been sent here to this planet that seems to be the ocean, apparently, in order to sort of investigate what's going on with our doctor friend that had left us a note here. We had discovered a few species, including some stock-like creatures that create bubbles of sonic waves that we can use in various ways of opening and closing doorways that are blocked by the stalks themselves. We discovered some flying creatures as well that were, or not flying, but I guess, very fast swimming creatures that do feed off of the stalks as well as react to those sonic waves that are given off in a negative way. So, curious to see where this goes. Also, apparently, we're supposed to be an AI in this dive suit system. Is a really unique method of being the player character. So let's go to this way station. This place is looking a little worse for wear. Let me see if I can find an access. Renee never did take care of her equipment. Some things never change. Sorry. Give me a sec. I'm just trying to... Got it. Okay, we should be able to access any data stored here. Just open the terminal and take a look. Spoofing user. Dr. Mine Nomura. Last accessed, history cleared. Log download. Cool. Logs have been cleared, I expect, given the secrecy Mine seems to be operating under. But the map data mentions something Mine calls the bloom out across the northern rift. Been going back and forth to something there, studying it. A unique species, perhaps? Hey, what were you doing here? Why were you keeping this discovery from the world? From me? Talking to myself again, or to whatever you are. I'm a human. Sorry, I don't mean... Let's head back to the research room. I need to think. With this way station operational, we can call in the base's retrieval drone from the utility panel. This drone will be able to pick up from any area we've got map data. Let's head to the base. I've got a lot of to figure out. Oh, cool. Sweet. So... the way station on. Oxygen. Oh, link. Drone ready. Nice. Cool. Oh, okay. Hey, are you back online? Pretty sharp work for a biologist, if I do say so myself. Picking up that strange casing of yours to the base, it took some work. And the OS here does not play nicely with whatever you are. But you should have access to select subsystems back now. Monet looks to have repurposed some of them, so not everything is functional. Comms are shot, the generator is only partially working, and one of the retrieval drones is missing. But I've booted up the dive bay's mapping systems and sample storage. The lab is also online with analysis tools and an integrated taxonomy for logging creatures. Take a look. I've already logged the creatures we discovered on our lab. For any logged creatures, I'll also put some simple requests in their taxonomy end. Fill these requests, just find and transfer the samples to the lab, then analyze them. I can then use the data to add to the creature's study. I need to register these. Head down to the lab level and take a look. I'll also mark sample requests to the dive bed. That way we can grab key samples for our studies while we're out in the ocean. And we are going back out soon. While you were offline, I spotted a signal. Suit transponder. You can see its location on the dive map. I want to find it. Suit transponder means a suit. Suit means an A. I'll need your help. That suit takes both of us to pilot it, and it's the only one I've got. Once you're done exploring the base, load into the dive map. We can head out from there. Whoa. Oh, man. This is get deep. Okay. Amazing. This is like No Man's Sky, except instead of putting money and time and effort into procedurally generating a 3D world, it's gonna have a super deep and complex scan system. I'm super pumped for this. Okay. More catchers. Dogs. Dog. Our generator's not doing great, but it's crew. Ooh, so we're gonna gain a crew. My support's looking pretty decent. Good. Oh, and that's true. Fast. Wow. Okay. We are happy. All the location. Or catch. Shell of a stock scraper. Tissue from a stock. And a root. the bloom that Monae's note. Okay, going back out. We've got 5 things we gotta get 4 samples and check out the bloom. Okay. Check out the pebbles. So this is where we came from, back down here. Metal debris. Looks like Monae has had to salvage parts of the base to build what she needed to survive. Must have been here many months. Exploring around the base right now. Boulders. Some ruined equipment lies in the shelter of 2 boulders. An early way station. Open sand. The western side of the finger becomes rocky outcrops as it leads towards the... there. Far away from the base. The empty shelf. Outside the shimmering perimeter of the western stalk forest. Nothing lives or grows on this finger. Do a quick lap around the way station. Rift Passage. Ah, yes. Here. Central Reef Way Station lies within a bubble of calm, but just to its north, a massive rift brings strong currents through. So we can go north into the rift, go west further in like a rocky section. Terrible. The stalks are noticeably absent from the sides of this northern rift. Why do they leave such a clear buffer zone beside? Ooh, the pale strata of this rock tell an ancient story. Might there be a fossil record? So instead of just biological sample from thing. Fossil. Cool. Northern Passage. Were these rifts and canyons really carved by the currents, or are they violent fractured, now smoothed by erosion? Unnerving. Outcrop. Okay. It doesn't look like there's a ton up this. I want to go check this out first before we come back and just back down. Ooh, quickly by. The side of the shelf is sliced at by the planet's oceanic currents. Look at those flecks of organic. They're being cycled back into the reef's ecosystem, drifting from unseen places out into the ocean. It must be part of some vast process. Do you think we'll ever understand the cycles of this ocean? I think we'll understand some of it. I hope so too. Just so intimidating. An entire planet of life. Just us. Yeah. Our way east to the source of that transponder signal. I don't know what to expect. Transponder is Minae's. There's some history between us, but I haven't seen her in years, not since... But you don't need to worry about it. Let's just find her. Oh, interesting. These stocks block the gully, but also the strong currents behind. Even if we clear the stocks, those currents will still block our path. Yet. We'll have to get an upgrade, like? Ability to... quick waters? There, look! A cave entrance cut into the side of the rift. It should allow us to bypass the rift, although I'm not sure where we'll emerge. Rift edge. The edge. Beautiful. Everything color palette. Acid. Unnatural cave. Strange evenness to the walls of this cave, almost as if it was a vast borehole drilled into the reef. Patches. Docks even seem to get down here. Perhaps they are less reliant on some. Good to know. We are deep in the rock now. What formed these hollowed out caverns with their strange undulating walls? Alien. Of course. Docks survive without sunlight. Maybe they're fed by the forest above? What do you think? We think that it's fed by forest above, or true that we've seen no root system, but I don't think that eliminates the possibility. If you are the... Here. Hmm. So it starts to get crowded here, and the stalks are blocking our. Do have a sample. Cavern. Beautiful description. Bright light from the east of this large cavern, broken up by tall pillars, casting strips of light and dark across the. I'm just trying to, like, as I'm playing this, trying to imagine what it would be like to be down, you know, 30 meters below the surface of the ocean. It's really dark. All you've got are these just slivers of sunlight that are coming down. Your, whatever light you have coming from your suit. Uh, and really the only thing standing between you and that crushing depth is just this suit. A broken pillar. Resting pillars support. Oh, what is boring stock? These domed stalks are pumping out clouds, short-lived spores. These stalks are filling the water with spores. We should start logging information on them. I agree. Grab a sample. So I wonder if right now we're doing like fungi and like that are attached to things. These spores are different. The stalks nearby seem to be stimulated by them. Could these spores be used to make stalks extend and bring them out of hiding? Somehow attracted colony. Well, so maybe instead of getting an upgrade to our specific in order to traverse through faster currents, we're gonna have to sort of extend or retract 4 stalks in order to sort of like push the flow of the stream in different directions, so that way we can kind of like push the fast currents around the path that we want. My other guess was what I was just saying a second ago was with this sampling system right now, it seems like it's all we're doing is stagnant, stationary targets, right? But eventually we're going to be looking for creatures or even potentially moving plants. And I wonder if that means that, when we do these things, if that's going to require more like, oh, we got it, quick, get to, and you know what I mean? I wonder if there's going to be a little more agility involved with getting these samples. Unlike other stalk spores, which survive until they settle, the spores from these stalks dissolve moments after they are released. The ring stalks over here. These sporing stalks seem to require very particular conditions to grow. I've seen so few elsewhere. Take another. Another rift. How can we cross it? The current here is so strong. Oh, so we're gonna upgrade. Okay. So similar to like the storage in No Man's Sky, like we'll be able to upgrade our suit capacity. Oh, these were the things where we would get the agile creatures to get these drones. Blindly used our pre. Okay. Get some more. Hmm. Right. Okay. So this was a previous direction for the current, but the stocks here are all. Lock it. Tunnel ahead is thick with stocks, scraping the ceiling. Interesting. So it doesn't actually force the current down this way. Not yet. Or we'll get. Oh wow. Light filters in from a large opening, making the spores drifting in the water glitter like sparks. Fraction. current system. Cave mouth ahead leaves this passage exposed to the full force of the northern current. Walking it somehow will help us pass. There we go. Cool. This is a fun system. I like it a lot. Current spoiler subjects. Got it. I hope so. Data gathered. There's a definite correlation between struggling stock colonies and these sporing stocks. Are they helping support these colonies? As good as anyone else. We have no. Alright. Oh. Look, out on the rift, a retracted stock colony. If we can get them to extend, they'll provide shelter from the... Okay. Small colony. See if so. Yeah. So you can see. Love the like animation here where it shows you just the difference in the velocity. Now we're back. Low on power. All right. Nice. Cave, small opening in the wall provides a little shelter, allowing some stocks to take up root. We're across. Thank you, stocks. Oh, and thank you too. Welcome. Tunnel. Go back up? Yeah. Color palette. Feels bright to my eyes, which is great. It's kind of got that, it gives you that feeling of like, ooh, sunlight coming back to it. Nice. Ooh, blooming petals. Candidate. These plant-like creatures seem unrelated to the reef stalks. Their soft petals waving. Also, I love that. It feels good to be out in the sunlight again. Let's head northeast along this finger of the reef. The transponder is at the tip. These bright, wide petals appear to be photosynthetic. Oh. These are beautiful plants. Single petals shifting in the sunlight. Let's start logging the data. Let's. While each plant seems to have a single wide petal, they group together, forming fields of blooms, all angled towards the blooms, right? Cool. But the blooms were If I remember correctly, the balloons were north of where we are. Or is that where the... yeah. We'll find out. I just love the radial pattern, but also the fact that it's animated where... shift. These can't be spectacular. Start logging observation. Let's see what we can find out. Okay, so dock canopy. These docks are twisted together into a huge canopy. Incredible. These are pulsing as this, or they are pulsing as this pores across their surface open and close. The petals seem to shimmer as they twist and open. It's difficult to tell if this is voluntary or part of the plan. And a seat. Bird pollen extracted from north real quick. Love it. The coloration of these canopies is much lighter than other stocks. They glow pale yellow in the light of Gliese 667's these three suns. Crazy. High up in the wide canopy, I can see that the stalks are twisted around strange ribbed growths. What are they holding up there? On some petals, there is a thick clump of pollen on the lower part. I wonder how this is dispersed. It seems too heavy to float away. Gain use of that. Is no the shrimp. Power. Oh, there you go. Ooh, we're so close. This canopy has many gaps between its higher stalks, as if something has fallen out or been removed. Oxygen. Ooh, fungal. 5%. Wow. Okay, sure. Oh, and they gave us power. Power. We use the shrill sack. Current. We'll have to come back around. Hey, shimmering blooms, or shimmer blooms. Going to name these plants shimmer blooms for the way they catch the sunlight. I wish I could share these discoveries with Monet. There's still so much to say. And maybe I'm terrible with names, but I really appreciate, if I'm correct, that all the names so far for the humans seem to be fairly uh, ambiguous. Like, no, Ellery, like, I assume it's a woman's name. Male? Who knows? Monet, also assume it's be wrong. Kind of cool. I like that. Hey, reef caps. With their strong resemblance to terrestrial mushrooms, I'm gonna call these reef caps. Seems fair. A table stock. I've named these table stocks after the table corals they remind me of. I'll log my notes back at the base. Is that another way station ahead? Many must have built them all across the reef. Wait. Okay, open up the terminal, see what data we can scrape from this. App data. The logs suggest Monet was using this as some kind of staging ground for expeditions over the drop-off. She was looking for something out in the ocean, something deep from the descents she logged. Monet doesn't do things at random. The way stations, the research base, this is calculated. I feel like we are already 10 steps behind her and we've barely even started. Let's get to that suit transponder. It isn't far from here. We head straight north to the shelf's edge. It should be there. Up our power. Yeah. Oh, girl. Surrounded by shimmering petals, a pulsing stalk pumps out these carbon-rich particles. Good question. Get some say. got 2 suits, the extenders. So 2 of the extender, the retractors of these pollen things. Don't know what they did. 3 pollen. One of the shriek. Okay. Oh, so were each of those like different? I thought. And then we've got this one to attract the. Get up close. Open ocean. Oof. Terrifying. See something at the edge. That suit? A suit. It's definitely Moné's suit, but no Moné. Surely she isn't. Okay, let's not jump to conclusions. I want to take a look at this. Can't have been here long. Most of it is still in good condition. How did it get out here? Also, I would like to point out the fact that every time we hit this button, it hits a note. Great use of it. There's no evidence of injury, a malfunction perhaps? What do you think? I think yes. But then where is she? Where is she? Could she have just swum to the surface? You intend us to find it? Hey, what did you get yourself into here? Better equipped than our suit. Wheels have started decaying. This? Moné has rigged up some propulsion system, probably to deal with the currents. Yes! Alright. We can use this. We'll need a power source. Won't run off the... Seems like she fashioned some kind of microbial fuel cell. We'll need to recreate that if we want to use it. We do want to use it. Okay. Let's get this back to the base so I can take a better look. Better not have done something stupid. I didn't come all the way out here to bury you. Go. Call for drone pickup. Do anything. Back with me? Here. Good to hear. Let me update you. I spent the past few hours working on Moné's suit. Bad news is the majority of it is unusable. Apart from that propulsion system Moné pulled together. But we're going to need a power source. Moné's suit logs mention her building a fuel cell using microbes from the Western Reef. They don't say much else. An incredibly secretive one. Covering her tracks across the reef as if there was someone watching, or she's just... I don't know. The Moné I knew is tricky, complicated, not paranoid. Either way, if we want to recreate her propulsion system, we'll need those microbes. When you're ready, let's head to the Western Stock Forest and see what we can find. Sweet. Fantastic. Well, we're gonna cut it there for right now. This has been an amazing new exploration. We've found another way station. We found Manet's suit. We've discovered a few new folks on the stock scale. We found out how we can make the stocks retract as well as grow again and use that to our advantage when it comes to the faster currents, which sounds like might still be something we'll have to use depending on how easily we'll be able to power our new jet propulsion. We're gonna find here in our next adventure. Fantastic. Okay, so we're gonna come back here hopefully tomorrow for another round. If you liked what you saw and you want to keep seeing more videos of In Other Waters, definitely hit like, hit follow. It helps me decide what we're gonna play and what we're gonna show here. Yeah, it's been Southpaw Gemini, and thank you for joining me on the couch.